Now, I wouldn't call myself lazy, but it's a good thing that breathing is a reflex. Hey kids, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and I'm hoping that you are having a great day. You know, back in the day, having a cartoon air on the Jetix channel was basically a guaranteed way to have at least one person in every single school hyper fixate on that cartoon. And one of the many shows that aired that we're going to be talking about is called Dragon Booster, which is, for a very brief summary of the story, in an alternate fantasy world, humans control dragons, they use them for racing and all sorts of fun activities, but a prophesized war is coming, vague evil stuff is going to happen, and the main character, who goes by Arthur Penn, haha, very on the nose, bonds with the last true golden dragon and is therefore destined to save the world, thwart the villains, all that jazz. It wasn't the most popular cartoon of its era, but it was a merchandising machine, proving to be popular enough to get toys, books, and 3 whole seasons running from 2004 to 2006. And like all good merchandising machines, Dragon Booster had a card game. The Dragon Booster trading card game was produced in 2005, I believe, by Score Entertainment, a company we have not really talked about all too much on the channel. Their big claim to fame is the Dragon Ball Z collectible card game, which came out in 2000 and was extremely popular for a while, at least where I lived. But Dragon Booster was not popular. It only had one set to my knowledge, which came out of boxes, randomized decks, and little demo packs. It's an interesting little game, to say the least. Simple in terms of rules. You draw for your turn, you equip your dragon, you battle against your opponent, racing to get points to reach a finish line amount of points, or to drain your opponent's deck. Those are the two win conditions. It's overall a very simple game, but it's an example of just how eager companies were in the late 90s and early 2000s to catch on the trading card game absolute craze that was still ongoing at the time. Now, you guys know me. I absolutely love dead and out-of-print card games, so of course I went and grabbed some of the demo decks, which aren't really decks so much as they are small piles of cards that have pre-written instructions on how to play demo games, but still, I grabbed them, read through the rules, found it to be, as I had said before, a simple and easy game to get into with nothing too complex in terms of mechanics, although there is one interesting thing I'll note about the demo packs. These demo decks have almost everything you need to play in card form. Of course, they aren't full decks, but you could still play with these unless you lose the instructions, because the dragon cards weren't printed with these demo decks. They are instead printed on the instructions that come with the decks, which is absolutely insane as a choice insofar as I'm concerned. Now, this could have been done to save money because the dragon cards are printed on plastic instead of cardboard, but the rider and gear cards that come with these decks are printed physically. They're usually plastic, they're cardboard here, so obviously they had the ability to print cardboard dragons. They just chose not to, which I think is just so strange for a demo product. Now, despite coming out way back in 2005 and only having one set that wasn't particularly successful and itself being based off of a cartoon that wasn't insanely popular, I was surprised to learn that Dragon Booster has a small but very dedicated fan community online. Some of them still play the game over Discord, which is pretty great, if I'm going to be completely honest. There is a fan-hosted site where you can view all the cards in the game. If you're curious, I'll leave a link to that below. And just let this card game serve as a reminder that it doesn't matter how out of print or how niche a game is. If it has dedicated enough fans, they will find a way to enjoy their hobby, which is always really nice. Anywho, that's really all I've got for you kids today. If you enjoyed this video, do all the things that the algorithm enjoys. And remember, I need to get healthy. So for every like this video gets, I'll be doing a push-up in the next one. And I'll see you kids then. My last video got 18 likes. That's 18.